Hi, I'm Catherine Miller. Welcome to Discover Clarence. Today, we are in one of my favorite communities in Western New York. It is a great place to work, to live, to shop. It has gorgeous parks, and we are also going to take you to some of my favorite places, my favorite businesses here in Clarence, New York. So thank you for joining us today on WBBZ, your hometown locally owned station right here in Western New York. You won't want to miss a bit. I am here today with Frank Sarconi at Orazio's, and I love this restaurant. I have friends who have now made this their go-to place. They just love the bar, they love the food. Tell me a little bit about what your passion is for opening a restaurant. I know it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but
Yeah,
it's passion for cooking, serving great food to, customers.
that's great. And your family was in the food industry.
Yes. Yeah,
What-
my father owned
yeah.
a butcher shop for many years on the west side.
And then in Italy, your grandparents?
Yes, I have my uncles own pizzerias
Your uncles,
in
okay.
Sicily.
Wow. So you really have it in your blood. to
Yes,
do
it's in my
this.
blood.
That's great. What do you love about this restaurant? If you could tell the world what it is about Orazio's that you think is special, what would that be?
It's just a nice family restaurant, serves great food,
Right.
great Italian food.
What's your favorite dish?
Pork braciole.
Hi, what is that? Tell me a little bit about it.
It's a classic Sicilian dish. It's pork stuffed with like a meatball filling,
Wow,
and then it's braised in tomato sauce.
that sounds delicious.
Yes, it's very good.
Now, I noticed a pizza oven behind the bar. Tell me.
Yes,
you make-
I make those Monday,
do?
Wednesday, and Thursdays, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of pizzas do you have here? What is your specialty?
We have the classic, cheese and pepperoni, margarita.
Right.
We have Sicilian white pizzas, that kind of stuff.
Oh, I love the Sicilian
Yeah.
pizzas. They're so delicious. I think I have to try one of those. You
Yeah.
have to let me try one. And tell me about your wine selection. You have quite an array of wines here.
Yes, we do. We have local Italian wines. They're organic
Right.
Italian wines.
That's wonderful. Organic?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes,
Wow, that's amazing.
yes.
Now, are they actually from Italy, or do you get them from Napa? Where are your wines from?
They're from all different regions.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple Sicilian.
Tell me about your staff. Did you bring anyone here special that you knew before the restaurant, or did you?
Well, I was the chef, so I knew most of the
Oh, okay, so you were the
workers,
chef.
yes, before I took it over.
So you worked here at Orazio's
Yes.
before you
Yes.
took it over then?
Yes.
Wow.
So I knew everybody here, so
Right.
it was kind of easy transition.
That's nice. You knew the crew, you knew the
Yes.
customers.
Yep. All the same
Yeah,
chefs.
that's great.
Yes.
Now, you also do takeout, catering. Tell me
Yes.
about the extra services that
Yes,
you
we
provide
do.
here.
Like, for example, on Thanksgiving, we do the Thanksgiving takeout packages, the full complete to-go
Wow.
package, so nobody has to cook.
That's great.
Yes, we have a full catering menu that
Right.
offers a lot of our standard dishes that are on the menu.
Right. And I saw a sign up front, you do takeout as well.
Yes, yeah, we do takeout dinners the same way we would do it in the restaurant.
Right. That's wonderful.
So,
That's
lots to offer.
A lot to offer.
Yes.
I love it. Frank, tell me a little bit about your banquets. You have a beautiful banquet room.
Yes, we have a nice banquet room. It actually goes into 2 rooms,
Right.
so we can do 2 smaller parties or 1 very large party.
That's great. How
Yep.
many does it seat?
Seats about 150
Wow.
up to, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, we do it.
So parties at your place.
Yes, yep, it's right in the back of the, right in the back.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, we do lots of nice events. We do Easter and Mother's Day buffets too that we do back there.
Oh, that's great.
Yep, Thanksgiving buffet.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Fabulous.
So lots of nice events to check out.
Yeah, perfect. So the bar area as well is kind of like its own little community. I guess
Yes.
a lot of people that know the place come and they have their dinner there and
Yep.
talk, and it's a little bit like Cheers.
Yep, people
Yeah.
meet and become friends, and it's a great thing.
Yeah, my friends that discovered this place, they said they sat down at the bar and before the end of the night they were talking to people
Yep.
and it was so friendly and everybody embraces you.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a nice thing to see.
Thank you so much for sharing your place with us today, and I can't wait to try some of the food.
Thank you for coming in.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm with Mariusz here at Rock Oak Estates, one of the hidden jewels here in Clarence. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe when I walked into this home how gorgeous, how open, how spacious it is.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. It's been, this is a great house, one of many that we have here at Rock Oak Estates. A big community, a lot of different home opportunities.
It's 55 plus?
It's 55 and older community. It's a retirement community that we have here at Rock Oak. This is our newest phase that we finished recently. We started 5 years ago, and this is actually, we're standing in one of the last homes that have been completed.
Wow, it's gorgeous. Now tell me, what is it that makes Rock Oak so special?
Well, this is a special place for a couple different reasons. One of them is it's a new start for people that wanted to retire. There's a lot of people that went through raising their kids. They have a couple different story homes, and then now it gets to the point where they are looking to downsize. That's the big word that we wanted to use here. They don't need as big of a space, double story homes. They wanted to change to the ranch style houses where everything's on the ground floor. We want to deliver that to them. We also wanted to make sure that they can purchase another brand new home. Those are very affordable houses that people can change from where they used to live. What's the other point of attraction with our community is that everybody is in the same age, so to speak. Right. So that's cementing their their culture and the way they've been raised, and then have something in common still. Right. So they're making a lot of more friends when they come here.
That's wonderful. Yeah, we met one of the residents whose home this is, and she loves the community. She can't speak highly enough about it. And that you come back and check on the people that you sell the homes to. You don't just sell a home like you were telling me earlier, and then maybe sometime down the road we'll catch up at Wegmans. You actually stop and check on the residents, see how things are going?
Yes. This is one of the great thing that I am very happy here at Rock Oak. Like you said, I do sell homes here at our community, and I have an opportunity to constantly making sure that people are receiving great services. They are, being taken care of. I know their kids are living a busy life, and they cannot always be here for their parents. That's what we're here for. We wanted to make sure that we can help them being taken care of.
And a lot of people think that they can't afford a home in a community like Clarence.
Right.
That it's out of their price range.
Right.
But that's not the case.
That's not the case. People have a different imagination about just coming to Clarence because it is homes are in Clarence a lot pricier than any other communities in Western New York. That's not the case with the Rock Oak. We are selling homes that are affordable to any Western New Yorker. We want to make sure that message comes across to everybody. Please stop over, check us out, get more information about us at rockoak.com. We will show you all different type of homes from different square footages and different pricing that will fit your budget to come and live in Clarence.
I can't thank you enough. And thank you for bringing us to this gorgeous home.
Thank you so much
really
for coming. Yes,
it.
I appreciate it too. Thank you.
The This is Matt Gailey, and I am here inside of your business.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about
So
what you got going on.
STEM Automotive is a mobile auto repair shop. So basically, I perform the same services that you can go get at a dealership or an
Right.
independent repair shop, but I do it at your house, at your business, wherever your car is.
That's great. Wow. And now, what kind of things do you do? Obviously, you can't put it up on the lift necessarily, but
Right. So instead of a
Right.
lift, there's other ways that I can lift up the vehicle as I need to. But I can do anything from oil changes, brake jobs, suspension repairs,
Wow.
electrical diagnostics on the engine.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
What got you into all this? How did you end up starting STEM?
So I worked for a number of shops on my own for about a decade, and then I went back to school for mechanical engineering. I supervised engineering lab for about 6 years, and I really, over that time, I was coming up with this idea to have a very convenient service for consumers, for customers, so that they wouldn't have to go to the shop and
Right.
wait or find a ride home. So this way I can actually bring the shop to them.
That's great. Oh yeah, and for people who have a hard time, getting out in the winter, different things, you can just, or if their vehicle doesn't move to get to a shop,
Right.
you can just go to them and take care of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, tell me, what is your passion for this? Do you love working on cars? Have you always loved working
I
on cars?
love working on cars
Yeah.
from the time I was 13 and just taking apart a car to figure out how it worked.
Right.
But yeah, I always liked learning about cars and learning about the new technologies in cars.
Now, how are you price-wise compared to other shops?
So I'm actually very comparable to an independent repair shop, which is typically more affordable than a dealership. I structure my prices so that they're all comparable. You can compare apples to apples. There's no extra service fee for going to a customer or the travel time. They don't pay for that.
That's
They pay for
great.
just the service.
And then you've got the overhead of your mobile repair shop here, so you don't have
Right.
to rent the stationary place. This thing is so huge. It's
Yeah,
amazing to me. It is the size of a small shop. Is there anything else unique about your service that you'd like to mention?
Really just STEM specializes in the convenience. It's really all about the customer and being as transparent as possible.
Right.
And the way I figured to be transparent is to literally do the work in front of you. My insurance doesn't require that I post a sign that says you can't see, basically come in and see what I'm doing. So I welcome any questions, any way that I can help customers.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You truly are a gem of Clarence, New York.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
And I do want to mention if anyone wants to schedule or get in touch, they can go online to schedule, since obviously I'm not at a physical
Right.
location. So stemauto.com. They can go on, and I service the area all in Clarence, but also all of Erie County and the closest parts of Niagara, Genesee, and Wyoming County.
Well, thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
I am here today with Doug Kohler, a jewel here in Clarence, New York. And tell me a little bit about your work, what you do.
Well, I've been on the board of the Historical Society here for a number of years. Now I'm the Erie County historian. But when I was here, one of the things we did for the bicentennial was to write a series of books that highlighted the different areas of town, because the population has changed so much
Right.
in the last 20, 25 years that it's doubled. And so many people would drive around town and say, I wonder what that building is, and then they drive on.
Right.
So our books really focused on letting someone turn to a page and say, oh, that's what that old building is.
You can tell so much about how the town develops by how it was formed.
Mm-hmm.
And can you tell me a little bit about Clarence?
Well, yeah, Clarence is the oldest town in Erie County.
Right.
It was initially a lot of New England immigrants. So when you see the stone walls, or you look at this sort of
Right.
stone structure that we're in, they came in on this part of town, which was largely sitting on top of a ledge. So it's all
Wow.
limestone. And so these New Englanders found this limestone in their fields and thought, what are we going to do with this? And so they would pull it out of their fields and they would pile it up and make stone walls. In the 1860s, 70s, you have another wave of Germans from Germany who settled way in the north, which was a little tougher because it was swampy.
Right.
So here in the southern part, the water drains through the limestone, but out there is where it all goes to. And so to clear that land and make it farmable,
Right.
with all that water took a specific type of person. And these Germans had, for decades drained the swamplands in northern Germany,
Right.
looked at this land and went, we know exactly what to do with this. So they dug ditches. So that's why when you're in that part of town, all the roads have those long, deep ditches next to them. Those carry the water out
okay.
of the fields and then north
Right.
to Tonawanda Creek. So
Right.
each part of town has a stamp of those first people that moved into that
Right.
part of town. Each hamlet is marked by, very different things. The Hollow's the oldest. Harris Hill is kind of the forgotten corner because it wasn't connected by railroads. Clarence Center, you've got the Four Corners, which is so visibly recognizable,
Right.
As is in a lot of ways Swarmville and the old church, the old St. Mary's Church. And then you get out into the North Country, and that's, almost identifiable because of the lack of development.
This is extraordinary. I had never been in here before.
The building itself was originally a Disciples of Christ meeting house.
Okay.
So we date it back to around 1840-ish.
Right. Now tell me a little bit about what's here. What can people see when they come?
Oh, we have amazing artifacts in the collection. We go all the way back to the beginning. So there are religious artifacts. Clarence was originally called Tanum Nagao, the place full of hickory bark, by the Native Americans.
Right.
They came to Clarence, we think, after the Ice Age, to come for the flint that was in the ledge.
Okay.
North of us, there are documented archaeological sites where we
Right.
know Native Americans came back summer after summer to do this collection
Right.
work. We have a blacksmith shop. So as the town developed, there were industries. You had blacksmiths, you had several wagon makers. You had a lot of quarries, which we talk about Spalding Lake. It was not really a lake, it was a stone quarry. The area had 27 car manufacturers in the
Right.
turn of the century. We had one in Clarence that made trucks. And the Buffalo truck was unique. It had a dual transmission, so that if you were working in the field, you had the ability to go to a real low transmission to kind of pull through the mud. And we have pictures of Buffalo trucks that served as fire trucks.
The pacemaker was also developed right here.
Yeah, we have literally the artifacts here. So we call it the technology wing where the truck is. That's the top of that is Dr. Greatbatch's laboratory, his workshop.
Right.
And that was donated to the museum. And so the barn itself was disassembled, brought here, reassembled. And up in the top floor, we have the electronic devices he used. We have test
amazing.
variations of the pacemaker, as he worked through the 60s to, with the folks at UB to get that,
Right.
get it perfected just so.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming out
so
and
much.
visiting
I
our
really
museum.
appreciate it.
Thanks. It's our pleasure.
I love this place. And I want you to tell me a little bit about floating in the floating spa. How did you get into this?
So yes, I floated for the first time, and when I did, being a nurse for 20 years, it was an ultimate experience of healing for me, the mind, the body, and the spirit in 60 minutes of nothing. And I was like, we need this for our community. So that was pretty much the start of the passion, floating changed my life.
And you have this amazing spa.
Yeah, so we have 4 float rooms. Yeah, 3 of them are a wave room, so they're a more open, spacious float room. They're 6 feet high, 5 feet by 9. You step in and open a glass door. And then 1 float pod, which is just a cozier float. Some people really like that experience. It's a soundproof piece of equipment inside of a soundproof room, so it's just ultimately nothing.
Right. And if you're worried about feeling claustrophobic or whatever, the open rooms are a nice way to start.
That's what I recommend. Your first float, that you come in and try the wave room. That's just the name of it. The water's completely still, but you can step into it. So opening that glass door, being able to see out of the room, it just comforts people in their first float. Yeah.
Now, I like to take Epsom salts baths at night, but this is like Epsom salts bath like times 100, right?
Yeah, it's times 2,000. If you put 1 cup in your bath and that feels good, this is 2,000 cups, so it just feels amazing.
That's amazing. I can't wait to try this. Now, it works well. You were saying some of the areas that it really helps with PTSD.
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of response from people that they're using this for post-traumatic stress. And the industry across the US is really getting a remarkable response from that group of people that are using flotation to get through things. You know, physically, the benefits, people come for pain. Our members, you know, they have had a back surgery or they're trying to prevent having surgery. And so physically, they use it for that and stress. I mean, it just...
It's the pain.
It does, yes. 100%. You get in, and when you come out, you have less pain. Just going in and being able to turn off the lights, no sound, no touch, and feel like you're in nothing can just immediately let your mind center on nothing. Some have said it's like an instant meditation. Each room has a private changing room, a shower, and a float. So we supply everything that you'll need for the shower and for the float, and just come willing to let go for an hour. The research is showing that if you stack your floats, so 7 to 12 floats consecutive within a 30, 40-day period, that the benefits will last 6 to 7 months.
Wow. And you work with people to help them do that. So
Yes.
they're on a tight budget and maybe they can't afford $50 every time.
Right.
But you'll budget it for them or work with them so they
Yeah.
can get those benefits.
The first time floats are $49.99. Yes, I'm committed. If you're committed to yourself and your self-care, you want to do this, you let me know what that budget amount is for that 30 days. You want to get in here and just do it as much as you can. Then we can work something out. The industry has been researching this for, you know, just about a decade, showing the physiological benefits. So they're monitoring with an EEG monitor, blood pressures and pulse. So I want to, you know, I'm here for a reason as the nurse at the float spa. I want to contribute to the industry and gather that data. So, you know, I can check your blood pressures before and after your float, your heart rates before and after, and really show the benefits for each person that, you know, is willing to volunteer that information.
Well, you're a real jewel to have here in Clarence, and thank you so much for your time today and showing us around your awesome float spa.
Thank you.
I'm here with Michael today at his salon, and I am so excited to do this.
Well, thank you very much, and we're excited to have you here.
Now, how did you get into all this? This is a really, I mean, you walk from out in front, it looks, oh, it's a nice place, but you walk inside and it's gorgeous.
It is. A lot of people
Yeah.
say it's a lot bigger inside than they see from outside. What I've been in hair business basically my whole life. I kind of grew up in the hair business. My father was a hairdresser, my
Wow.
brother's a hairdresser, my uncle's a hairdresser.
So you
know,
kind of were ensconced with us
kind of
really
just
early on.
kind of happened, and so here we are. And now today, my wife and I run this salon here. We've been in this location for about 7 years now,
Wow.
and got a great bunch here, great
good.
staff. And
Well, I notice when I'm looking around that I see something I have never seen anywhere else. Hairdressers come from their station if they're not busy, and they work with another hairdresser.
absolutely, that's
Usually
right. yeah.
hairdressers are like, stay away from my clients.
We don't.
Yeah.
That's definitely something we don't want to have
Right.
happen. And everybody works together. It just makes the service
Right.
more enjoyable for the client, that they know that everybody is involved in their day here. You know,
Right.
and that's really important to us. That when somebody leaves, they're happy with
Right.
the visit. You know, that not just the hair, but the whole experience coming here.
So service is one of your highlights.
Service is
Customer
the
service.
most important thing here. Yeah, you know, I know that people are going to be happy with the hair, the results. Every hairdresser in here works very hard at being the best they could be at their craft. And so that part, I don't even really think about. It's
Right.
really making sure that when somebody comes in, that their visit with us is what it should be.
I'm used to hairdressers going like to some secret room and
Right.
mixing the color and then
Right.
coming out with it.
Yeah,
But
so-
you have everything right here, which
It's
is
all
wonderful.
out in the salon
Yeah.
where they can see everything that's going on. They can see what we're using on their hair. a lot of times people, they want to know that kind of stuff, and
Sure.
it's right there. We use the best products that we can. You know, we have great lines of product. Our hair color is Italian line di Fiaba.
Of course it is.
And that's not, maybe had a little bit to do with it, but not a whole lot. But
Just a little.
It's a
Just a
great product, and Color Proof is our primary line of shampoos, conditioners, and styling products, which is another great line.
So what are you going to do to me today?
Today,
I'll take off my hat. My hair, I left it as is. It's a little messy. Just a little.
well, what I think we need to do with your hair today,
Okay.
I know you like to keep it long. Yeah.
I do, but I
On
just
the
had that
longer
major
side. I know you
change. It
did
was
tell me
down to
that you
here,
had a
and
lot
then
of
I took it up to there.
a big
yeah.
change, yeah.
Right.
So we won't change the length drastically, but a little bit, just
Okay.
to give it a new
Right.
line and some soft layering to give it movement.
Okay.
And then I think a great idea would be to add a little kick with some highlights, something
Okay.
very natural to bring us into spring. I think that's a
All
great
right.
idea,
Right.
and I know you'll love it.
Okay.
It'll be beautiful.
I'm excited.
Great. So
My
am I.
hair is in your hands. Thank
Perfect.
you very much for that.
We try to treat everyone that works here as our family, and we hope that we can bring that to the community and to everyone that walks through our door while we're trying to make everyone beautiful, one person at a time.
Well, what Michael and Jennifer are doing here is definitely popular because this salon has been packed since I walked in the door this morning. And I want to just ask this customer sitting here, what do you think of Michael?
What do I think of Michael?
What do you
well,
think of
if you
him?
don't come to Michael, you don't know what you're missing.
Ah, now that's the buzz. Thank you for joining us for Discover Clarence. Stay tuned for more shows in the Discover series in a neighborhood near you. And also remember, just like WBBZ, who is locally owned and operated, these businesses in your community are part of the vibrancy and the healthiness of any town. So please remember to shop local when you can, and look for us on WBBZ-TV and our Facebook page for more information on Discover.